They kept on saying the ring. And I was just so startled. I was like, what? Like, it didn't compute to me for a minute. And then the guy goes, the ring. And I had put it up by the side of my bed. So I handed him my ring. And then he grabbed me, and I was wearing a robe, and I wasn't wearing anything under it. I don't want to cry.
No. We all right?
Combs is locked up in a federal jail that has been plagued by harsh conditions and violence. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn has seen multiple deaths in recent years. An inmate was stabbed to death in July, and several others have died by suicide. It's these reasons, among others, that Combs' lawyers are fighting to get him out of there. They want him released on bail rather than being kept in jail while he awaits trial and charges. Combs is just the latest high-profile defendant to be locked up at MDC Brooklyn. Before him, there were R. Kelly, Elaine Maxwell, and crypto scammer Sam Bankman-Fried.
Diddy Combs is facing dozens of new assault allegations, while the rapper is still in jail after his September 16th arrest on charges of trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. 120 people have come forward with new assault allegations. Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who is representing 120 accusers, told
he says Combs' life could still be in danger there. And that former warden is Cameron Lindsay, and she joins me now. Cameron, great to have you here. We just read it out loud. One lawyer for one inmate called it the MDC overcrowded and understaffed, hell on earth. Combs' own lawyers called it horrific. Why are conditions so bad there?
Well, it's been a number of years since I've been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, but what I can tell you is New York City, being the biggest, most populated city in America, the MDC has a difficult time recruiting and retaining staff. So one of the key issues is the lack of staffing. And it would be unfair for me not to mention that the vast majority of MDC staff are hardworking, salt of the earth, well-trained people. I know many of them. They're fantastic people. Unfortunately, however, there has been a disproportionate element of corruption within the ranks of
Did you speak to Mr. Combs?
I speak to him all the time.
Yeah. What's his reaction to everything this happened?
We knew this was coming. I mean, he moved to New York, as I think some of you guys know. We brought him to New York about 2 weeks ago because we knew this day was going to come, and it's here.
Did he expect it to happen last night? Was that planned?
No, it's not planned. Certainly, it's not planned by us. I mean, he came here to surrender at a time agreeable to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and then they arrested him last night. I spent the evening with him. I was with him till about 1 o'clock. His spirits are good. He's confident. He is dealing with this head on, the way he's dealt with every challenge in his life, and he's not guilty. He's innocent of these charges. We know what the charges are going to be.
It's a crazy thing just because we want to have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. And it ain't nothing but break it down, racial barriers, break it down, addiction barriers. People from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying?
That tons of people knew about, from car bombs to assaults to crimes. It's like P. Diddy was going for some kind of high score, trying to catch every possible crime like a Pokemon. He has terrorized the music industry for decades and ruined so many lives. In recent times, the evidence against him to support all of the allegations that have existed for decades has been overwhelming and led to a large investigation against P. Diddy. And now it looks like we're reaching the climactic finale with him being arrested. When this story broke last night, the indictment was sealed.
Every name the man ever used. Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. PD, a.k.a. Love. I would just like to note here that I do not remember the PD era. That is number one. And number two, shockingly, for those of us who are old enough to remember when he was Puffy, Puffy did not make this. And it appears Puffy did not make this, I guess because he stopped calling himself Puffy way before the allegations in the paperwork. And basically what they are saying is that up until 2008, there was this dude that by and large was like a record company executive. And in 2008, He turned into Mr. Hand.
Security guard who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Yo, this show has gotten crazier since the last time I was here. No,
it's all about love, though. That's not true.
You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy, I thought we was friends. Where did this?
Maybe going down on him, and he's back there rolling his eyes. He hiding the mother, and when he put his head down, there's one of them white boys sucking on him.
Oh.
You understand? That has happened. You understand what I'm saying? Then you got these guys who they go into these Turkish houses. Once you get to that door, you don't go back in there. But you know what they do in them Turkish houses. Well, you can assume what they do, quote unquote.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types.
He has just confirmed that the family of Tupac Shakur is investigating a potential link between of Tupac and Sean Diddy Combs. This coming from attorney Alex Spiro, who represents Tupac's family. Now, this investigation had been previously reported by unnamed sources, but earlier today, Spiro confirmed to our Court TV team that he and a team of investigators has been hired.
Sean Combs allegedly had business dealings with Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who will go on trial next March for the of Tupac. This was back in 1996. Some have speculated that Diddy ordered Tupac's death. That, of course, is just a theory at this point, and we are monitoring the developments in both.
This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel last Monday night.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in. 1, 2, 3.
A day earlier, Combs seen out and about in New York with his family, seemingly
100 victims. More than 24 of those future plaintiffs.
How does that even make sense? 100 victims. This is just one phase of the allegations and stuff. Like, on top of that, he had allegations prior. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Diddy Combs on behalf of more than 100 victims. More than 24 of those future plaintiffs say they were just kids when Combs allegedly assaulted them. We're talking
that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court.
These trips that Kim and I aren't invited on.
You wouldn't pick up for the weekend and leave your kids? You don't have help on the weekends.
I'm not saying I want to go.
Oh, dis.
So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
so far so
French
good.
Montana.
Do you even know half the people you're naming?
No.
Are you drinking, Chloe? No. You have to get these margaritas out of here. Why aren't you drinking? Yeah,
but last night. She didn't go to bed. I haven't been to bed yet.
You haven't? I want to be Chloe when I grow up, Court.
Oh, you're just so little. Like my balls are just going.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. So this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
Hey, man, that's for damn sure. Freak often got tore your world up. But you know what happened? You should have never sued the liquor company. That's where you up. You don't give a about you tearing up booty holes. You when you sued the liquor company, because the liquor company is owned by the biggest conglomerate on earth, the BlackRock people. You done bit off the hand that was feeding you, and now you done chop both your feet and your hand off, and your head's coming next. You was making money with your just shut. You just thought your ego got out of whack because you was controlling everything at them freak parties. Now you think you control the hand that's feeding you. You stupid mother. He sued the liquor company May 2023. November 2023, Cassie come up with the lawsuit. Connect the dots. Cassie got 2 checks. She got a check from the liquor company people that put her up to doing that shit, and she got a check from Puffy to try to keep her quiet.
For them, it's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to daily on is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. The spirits business it's not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got 2 companies that are $3 billion a year, and Beam Centauria and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the right numbers. They incentivize the sales force by giving them box bonuses. And then when you sell a product, you get the bonuses off the boxes that's there. But you make that.
Being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Who's the person that's number 1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
Yes,
right?
without a doubt.
More and more information about it here on Live Now from Fox, as Diddy's home in Los Angeles has been raided by Homeland Security. Of course, we're learning more information. I do want to take you back out here before we get out to our Fox 11 team in their coverage, because some of this video is very dramatic, and we don't know a ton of information right now about this here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, breaking news of this, as you can see, potentially law enforcement officials and other officials just outside of a gate, this on a street near the Beverly Hills area. Of course, we're following it very closely on Live Now from Fox. And of course, we were watching this. We didn't know exactly what we were seeing at the time. So this is just a little bit ago, as you can see a crowbar to get through this gate initially as well. The long guns.
Room you guys participating in. So, they're going to get you if they can. It's a little crazy how Puffy get booted out the alcohol business and Jimmy Iovine steps in with Andre and Snoopy promoting it. It's never a good look when it comes to culture of hip-hop and for our community, of our people. I turn myself in. Sometimes you gotta face the music. That's most of the time. Puffy, I'm gonna give you some real advice. 2 quick things. You gotta make a decision. When you go to prison, either you're gonna be standing up pissing or squatting, sitting down pissing. I advise you to try to take the first one, because if you're squatting, pissing on the seat, you know what that means. Oh yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison. I'm out.
Smokes, you're not going to believe this, but there is, in fact, a Diddy
and Michael Jackson connection. Yes, the lawsuit that we have been covering and following, so much being revealed. You're not going to believe that somehow it is connected to Michael Jackson and his death. And I gotta be honest, I'm kind of terrified. I think this is gonna be the last day that I cover it because we're getting close to something that is very dangerous. All right, so I wasn't kidding at the top, guys. I am probably not going to cover this anymore because it is definitely getting a bit terrifying. Obviously, we covered this. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch. I believe it was Monday's episode. But yes, the Diddy lawsuit is absolutely crazy. Full stop. What if I told you guys that it is about to get even crazier, that there is directly a link to Michael Jackson's death? I want to be clear that when everything was going on with Michael Jackson, the lawsuits, his death, I thought that we were in full conspiracy theory territory when people were saying that Michael Jackson was killed.
You are crazy. Yeah, I am crazy. Pray for the young people. You know what this is. It's not a game. And please understand very clearly, there is zero woosah moments, me talking about situations for over more than a decade and a half. And then all of a sudden everybody woke up like, whoa, yo, we thought you were crazy. Yeah, I am crazy. I'm crazy to tell a mother on 3 forms of public transportation across a bridge to get to work to support me that, hey, I may have to pass on these opportunities for scholarships because I'm going to write a song and we're going to eat for the rest of our lives. That's crazy. But what I am not is a liar. That I'm not. All I did was give the science. I was ignored, laughed at, ridiculed, things of that nature. But that's okay. My God is so much bigger than my God got me. And I got you.
Allegations against hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs. They plan to file civil lawsuits against Combs, with the claims ranging from minors. Combs is now in federal prison awaiting trial on charges that include trafficking. Houston-based attorney Tony Busby says he'll represent 120 people who claim to have been victimized by Combs and his associates. One of those victims says he was just 9 years old when Combs allegedly assaulted him.
They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their associates. They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed.
Combs' attorneys have not commented on the potential lawsuits, and the cases are expected to be filed in.
Hey, Kevin, when you hosted for Diddy, did you catch any baby oil?
When I hosted for Diddy?
Yeah. Nah?
You asking the wrong person the wrong question. What's your question?
Do you think he's safe in jail?
Wrong person, the wrong question. You asked me about Grand Fort Media, I'm
Ever by chance, many fans and news outlets are wondering if Kim's attempts to hide her role in Diddy's allegedly illegal activities are backfiring. Reports say she may have been helping Diddy run his inner group and hide his crimes, kind of like Madam. If these rumors are true, this could be one of Kim's biggest scandals ever, and it would really shake up the Kardashian family. Kim stopped following Diddy at the right time, which made her relationship with the singer even more mysterious. It seems like things are getting even messier, because the Kardashian-Jenner family may be a part of a bigger investigation. They could be charged with RICO racketeer influence and corrupt groups. The reality TV star has worked hard to keep up a good public image for years, but she could now be found out to have been involved in a huge web of crime and money laundering. The Kardashian family has built their reputation on carefully crafted stories and an unquestionable air of wealth. They could get caught up in the mess if Diddy follows the reasoning that leads him to believe he can take half the industry with him. This could be fatal. It makes sense that Kim would be feeling some kind of fear behind the scenes, since she is having a lot of problems from all sides. If the government keeps peeling back the layers of her relationship with Diddy and the Kardashian-Jenner family's business deals, her carefully built empire looks like it's in danger. The fallout could be disastrous, which is why it makes sense that Kim has supposedly been working quickly to protect herself from it. However, despite her best efforts to stay ahead of the storm, it appears that her past is finally coming up to her fans. Many are shocked by these revelations and are starting to think that the Kardashian era of dominance may be coming to an end. People are shocked to see Kim involved in all of this, and they are saying things like, I can't believe Kim is involved in all of this. Hey, 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 hey.